Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Pokemon Sapphire. In the last episode we started to do some diving and we discovered the entrance to Sutopolis City and the location of our final gym battle. And I thought what we would do is we will essentially have a wander around here. I don't care about those updates. Tomorrow. And essentially what we'll do is we'll just yeah, we've already seen that this text. Essentially, we're going to see what sort of levels the opening trainers are in the Sutopolis gym, and see how high they are. And if they're particularly high, then we might go back and start doing some grinding, or just like find some trainers to battle. And if not, then maybe we will challenge them. But anyway, as you can see, we have our team here. They're on 36, Sableye 39, everyone else 41, 39, 37, and Marill is just there for dive. So, anyway. Whenever, wherever, and whatever happens, I will always be friends with Pokemon because it's fun to be with Pokemon. Good motto. Wallace, this town's gym leader, is a powerful trainer. He's rumored to be the best in the whole Hoenn region, but the Elite Four. They're said to be even stronger than Wallace. How strong could that be? So, basic sort of like introduction to the fact he's the 8th gym leader. But anyway, Sutopolis sprang up as a town in the crater of a volcano. If you look up at the sky, the lip of the crater is also visible. So all you see in the sky is a circle. So all you see is the sky in a circle. But that's what makes the sky above Sutopolis the most beautiful. Diving in the sea, climbing up and downstairs all the time. If you live in this town, you end up getting physically fit. Hello, you're our first guest in a good while. You've brightened up my day, so I'll give you a big whale doll. Okay. Okay. I love plush dolls. Obviously, we'll get rid of it as soon as possible because we don't care about for stuff like that. But anyway, do you know the Pokemon Barboach? It's rarely seen in Sutopolis. I love a big Barboach. My big brother says the Shroomish is bigger, but that's wrong. Everyone knows that Barboach is a lot bigger. Do you have a Barboach? Please show me. We don't have a Barboach, unfortunately. If you get a big Barboach, please come show me. Do you know the Pokemon Shroomish? It's hardly ever seen in Sutopolis. Anyway, he likes seeing big Shroomish. So, interesting. Weird interests in, like, weird big Pokemon. But anyway. We'll come in here and we'll see what these people have to say. Listen up and I'll tell you something good. There's supposed to be an ancient ruin in the sea around here. That could be treasures that are just waiting to be discovered down there. Zoomeril. And ancient treasures. It would be nice if they existed, but even if they didn't, it would be so beautiful to take an underwater stroll with my Pokemon. I've never been out of this city. I wonder what the world is like on the outside of this round sky. And finally, Mount Pyre. At its peak are two orbs placed side by side. Did you know? Yes. Yes, two orbs side by side. The sight of them together, it is somehow soothing. Okay, so that's everything on this side of Sutopolis. We will now move to the opposite side of Sutopolis. And we will explore everything around there, and then we'll decide whether it's... Actually, no, we'll see what it's like to do the gym at the moment. Oh no, maybe we can't. The artist and lover of water. The door is closed. Interesting. So we can't do Wallace yet. So that solves my issues of what order to do things in. So if we head up this way and keep heading... Sort of head as far as we can in the opposite direction. We end up at you, and what's your job? Who might you be? This is the Cave of Origin. The spirits of Pokemon becalmed at Mount Pyre are said to be revived here. Please leave. Okay. You've come all the way to Sutopolis. You're no ordinary tourist, but I suppose that doesn't make you an extraordinary tourist either. For 30 years, I've remained in Sutopolis honing my skills. I've developed a shattering TM. I bequeath it to you, and we get TM31. Okay. TM31 contains Brick Break. It's a move so horrible that I can't describe it. That's awesome. Brick Break is really, really good. If we can just... We're just going to grab that. There is no reason why we shouldn't do this. going to get rid of Vital Throw because Brick Break is more powerful and does not rely on reduced priority. Awesome. That's really, really nice. So now, what about you? You're a Pokemon trainer, aren't you? Sutopolis' gym leader Wallace has many fans. Do you have any? And dedicated fans come over from even Kanto and Johto. It was really wild when I went to the trainer fan club in Lilycove. There appears to be some connection between Sutopolis and Mount Pyre. My friends and I did some research on it at the lab where I used to work. My big brother used to study the sea. Okay, so once we do all this, we'll head down here. So, PP up is great, it raises the power points of the Pokemon move, obviously, and you know the full restore for restoration of HP and gets rid of health problems. It sounds like we can buy full restores here in Sutopolis, which is really, really nice. And last house, I think. The cave that links Sutopolis and the outside world. It seems as if the cave was made to keep something from getting out, or am I just imagining things? An underwater volcano erupted and forced itself up from the depths. Its crater emerged from the sea and became filled with rainwater. That's how Sutopolis City came into being. So that is everything here, it seems. So, what we're going to do is, seeing as we can't challenge the gym leader, for arbitrary reasons that are not explained, we're going to head back and try and find this second cave. And obviously we're going to dive down. Really, no encounters at all. So I'm pretty sure, I did some reading, just because I wanted to know. And I'm pretty sure that we can get Wild Relicanth here, which would be really quite cool. Pokemon we haven't caught yet. It's only a 5%, which is kind of annoying. But it'd be really nice if we could get, if we could try and get it. Which does require some sort of, oh yeah, it's not very effective. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do maybe six more battles as I can hear my laptop starting to grumble and moan. Oh man, we missed. That is nothing. We're just going to run away from that one. Come on. You're kidding me. Come on. There we go. And that's why we have Aerial Ace, because Aerial Ace always hits. Oh, that one. That one. Come on. Nope. A few more. Nope. No luck at all, really. Come on. Nope. I'd really quite like. I would just quite like to see if we could grab a Relicanth. But it looks like it's not meant to be. I know I said I'd do a certain number, but we'll do maybe 3 more. Starting now, that is. Come on, give me a Relicanth. Or maybe it's like a certain area. 1. It only seems less than 5%, I will say. 2. Knowing me, I'll probably end up killing the Relicanth. 3. Oh well, that sucks. So we're going to rise up. And then what we want to do is we want to head this way to Route 127. Which we have already explored a large chunk of. Including this guy. As we can see. So maybe what I thought was the sort of the boundary, or was potentially part, continued being part of this area, actually is not, and is actually just all one. We've actually explored all of Route 127, which would be both cool and not. Be good to have completed that section of the game. Obviously, would be a bit disappointing in that we can't get our Pokemon to level up any further. I think there was a section over here which we couldn't reach earlier, and I think you can reach it via... I remember thinking there was a region over here which we could reach only through dive, so... Ouch. Old Green was a lot. As Lairon goes to level 37, and wants to learn Protect. But we don't learn Protect, because... Who has time for defensive moves? Have we faced you? My fishing line's doing a dance. I think we have battled most of these guys. I think we've battled all of these guys. I think what we want to do is we want to go in here. No luck. Maybe it's not here, maybe it's not here. I'm sure there was an area which... come on, we can escape. Come on, we can escape. Oh, now we can't escape because of that. Fine. We'll just aerial ace you. Yes, you continue to acid me even though I'm a steel type, you fool. That's the last of our lemonades, which is kind of annoying, but oh well. As we will continue to... I'm sure there was an area around here that we couldn't access, and then I thought we would be able to if we had dive here. Yeah, this is it. Do we have an underground path? We do. I say underground, it should really be an underwater path. We pop up here, and we have an item, which is a Carbos, which raises speed, I believe. Is that it? Is that really what I've done all this for? Yes. All of that for a Carbos. Oh well. So, anyway, we need to be exploring the underwater in order to be finding underground caves. So, that previous little dive was not that much of a mistake. We've already battled you. We've already battled most of these people. I think all of these people. Let's just say all. It's a lot easier. If we assume that we've battled everyone. Here we go. Massive area. So just fast forwarding here just because, as you can see, there are no wild battles at all, so it's not too interesting. There's a boulder there. Still underwater, which implies that we've changed, maybe changed route. Oh, underwater is not... Ah, there! Underground cave. Interesting. Let's get Lairon out from the front. As much as I like Lairon being at the front, because we need to train Lairon, I think he's now 11 levels beneath our Grovyle. Ideally, the sub. This is the submarine as Team Aqua stole in Slateport. So, here we go. So we're going to rise up from the depths, and we arrive here in the seafloor cavern. So, into here we go. And we need some strength. Okay. So if we use Rock Smash, and then we move strength. And we got some Team Aqua Grunts. Cool. We don't need to kid around. Go on home already. So we're going to take on some Team Aqua Grunts, which is awesome. And as you can see, all the benefit of having Hariyama at the front. We see Emmy Pucciana. I've really got to take off the Macho Brace because now I'm being slowed down for no reason whatsoever. And a Carvanha. We will not change. Hariyama really needs to get the levels and take down misses, which is awesome news for us. Rig Break does not miss. Rough Skin takes off only 10, which is fine. I want to get a promotion so I can boss around the grunts, he says. So now what we need to do is we need to go into our items. Let's go. Do we want to go Quick Claw? King's Rock. What do we have? We have... we'll give them the quick claw, I think, on... carry on. That loss of speed is rather annoying. Now that we actually have, now that we aren't just always going to lose in a priority battle. But anyway, that submarine, it's tiny inside. I am sore all over. Says Team Echo Grant. He's got a Carvan hat as well. And this time we outspeed that Carvan hat, which is awesome. That submarine reject, man. It's as brutal as a ride. So we've got an exit here. And we've got an exit down below. So which way do we want to go? As we see Wild Zubat. Which would be lovely for Laron. Okay, so it looks like we got two different paths. We'll head through the lower one first, I think. As we see, it is a strength puzzle. Okay, so there's an area there that we can't access because of how we've ended up pushing the boulders. Just want to see how many exits there are. So, we've got 3 exits, it seems. So we've got 2 down here, because the one I entered... Oh no, the one I entered is this one actually. So we've got 1, so we've got 3 exits. 1 below and 2 above. We've got to work out which ones we want to take. So, we're going to take this one to start off with. And we end up in what looks to be a surfing current issues sort of position. We head down. We head left. Okay, we can keep going strength, and we have another strength puzzle. Wow, so loads and loads of things to be thinking about here. As we could enter straight down, and there's another puzzle. Okay, so that links to there. This, as a route, takes us nowhere. The only other place we can go is if we head straight down. We could then head this way. No, we can't. Interesting. And these both lead us to the same place. Yeah, okay, cool. So it looks like this is completely pointless being at this being in this area. As if we're going to be facing off against wild Pokemon, we want Laron at the front, because Laron can get a good experience of Golbats and stuff like that. There's a Golbat, Zubats, etc. So we can't head up or down, and if we head left, it fails and whatever. So this is not good. Which implies that this area is a dead end. So, nah, we will check one more time. Okay. Namely, if we just go across, we get stuck into this loop, so it's just a loop round, and there's no way of escaping it. So yeah, so this is a completely, there is nothing in this room, essentially, is what I'm trying to say, for us, coming from that direction. So now what we will do is we will break this, and we will move that down 1. And we will go through here. Which gives us an exit here and an exit above. So the exit here takes us this way. So we've got 1 down, and I'm assuming we've got 1 there. We do. Now that looks like that's actually just a way of getting out. If we were, I mean, we can get out that way, because we can do this. And this takes us here, which is where this dude was, okay? Who are you and where did you come in from, he asks, says They're just going to aerial ace this Puccina. Again, it's really not trouble for us. Crunch did so much there just because obviously our defenses are weakest on the special side, and Crunch is special. Okay, so that's all that, and this comes out here, which is the original place? Is it? It doesn't look like the original place. So if we dive, it is the original place, okay. So we originally came in, and we came in here. And we tackled... Oh man, messed that up. And all of these guys are done, so we can head into here. And then what we were doing is we were looking at going down here. So if we head down again and we end up in this loop, so we know that going straight down leads us back to the start, and we know that heading once we're in this position, heading down that way also leads us back to the start. So this is a new area here. This takes us up, a floor up, and we have another team at the grunt. Oh no, sorry, this is just that area. Okay, so this is back at the start area. So that tells us that the way we do need to go, for sure, is the way that we went first time round. If I can manage to not mess this up, which I haven't. And we want to, okay, so what we want to do is we want to be here, and we want to decide which way we need to go. And every single way from the start leads this to the same point, because we can't not avoid this. But last time I went down, if we head up, we just end up in the same position, and if we head left, we end up in the same position. So this was the only thing we could do. Last time I headed up, and that didn't go well, so let's go this way. And that takes us back to where we were. So we should go this way. So I think last time, what we want to do is we want to head this way. And we end up in the middle. There we go. Seafloor cavern. And is this the right one now? Is it? I don't understand. If we dive, we end up with... Okay, I'm very confused. This is a weird maze sort of thing. I have no idea what we're meant to be doing here. Okay, so let's go back and do that again. We have no PP for Rock Tomb, which kind of sucks, but oh well. So maybe each one has a different route going into them and going out? No, because every time I've gone into one, I've come out the same way. So we head up again. We want to head through that door, don't we? And the only way we do that is if we head this way. We head up, round, and into this one. And now we've got this strength puzzle. Okay, let's move this one to the side. We now want to move this one away. So that looks like Archie. That might be Archie's sprite. If it is, or it's certainly one of the sort of the higher aqua grunts potentially. Anyway, let's have a look. How did you manage to get here without a submarine? What an impressive child! But it won't do to have you meddling about here, and I don't want to pay back for what happened at the Weather Institute. I'm going to give you a little taste of pain. Resign yourself to it. So we have ourselves Aqua Admin Shelly would like to battle, and she's got herself a Sharpedo. Could be a big issue for us. We really want to land some moves. Goes for the taunt, that is fine, that just means we have to attack. We were already attacking, so that's fine. Aerial Ace does over half, which is awesome. Goes for taunt again. Very, very, very silly. And that didn't do enough. Okay. Slightly surprised, slightly annoyed, but didn't do enough. But Laron is going to be able to take out the Sharpedo. Maybe gain a level? Maybe gain a level. Yes, there we go. Up to level 38. Awesome. And the next Pokemon is the Mighty Enna, and there is no point in us sort of messing around with this. We go straight into Hariyama, and we just break. And that should take out this Mighty Enna with relative ease. I didn't mean to strength there at all. As it goes for the Scary Face, and unfortunately we are now slower. As it goes for the Swagger, interesting. So obviously if we land it, it's dead, and if we hit ourselves, it's going to hurt. It does hurt. It goes for the takedown, we're still confused, and we hurt ourselves in confusion. It goes for the takedown. If we hit ourselves in confusion again, but we're not going to. Boom, there goes the break. Down goes the Mighty Enna. We defeat Aqua Admin Shelly, and she goes, "You're so darn strong. It's terribly disappointing that you're not a Team Aqua member. You could have enjoyed the fabulous world our boss has promised to one of our own." So, that is that. We are going to need to heal up. Do I have any like super potions? I got a few hyper potions. Get some super repels, max rock, sunstone, all this stuff. I can restore 80. Oh no, I can restore a lot more than that. There's literally no point in me not using these. That's only 5. Cool. Sweet. So we defeat Aqua Admin Shelly and we continue deep into the C4 cavern as we have another wild encounter and we still have no PP. Okay, so let's look at the thing. I think I've already messed this up with my initial move. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to exit and we're going to retry. Such are these puzzles. Okay, let's move you up, you across, you across, you up, you across, you across, you up, you up, you across, and boom, there we go. There we go. Ah, easy peasy. And next, we find a TM26, which is Earthquake. Do we get Earthquake? Earthquake! Oh, I love Earthquake. So if we want to teach Earthquake to our Pokemon, I believe we want to teach it to Hariyama, because Hariyama struggles for... It actually struggles for other stab moves. For other coverage moves. The question is do we want to keep Bulk Up or not as a decent... Because obviously what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the move deleter and get rid of the TMs in the end. So we're not going to learn Earthquake, not for the moment. We'll work it out. So anyway, we'll head down here, head down these steps, through the mist. It looks all very spooky and scary as we see a pool of water. And who could that be? Hold it! Sorry, I gotta work out what was my Archie voice, but anyway. Hold it right there. I like how he changes his voice every single time. It's just different characters each time. So, it was you after all. Behold! See how beautiful it is, the sleeping form of the ancient Pokemon Kyogre. I have waited so long for this day to come. It surprises me how you managed to chase me here, but that's all over now. For the realization of my dream, you must disappear now. And we're going to take on Archie. So, we've got Aqua Leader Archie here. He has 3 Pokemon, starting off with his Mighty Enna, level 41. So, high level Mighty Enna. We unfortunately get the Intimidate, which is going to suck, but we can go for the Iron Tail, as it goes for the Swagger to cancel out the Intimidate drop. Are we going to land? No, we're not, unfortunately. We're going to try again. We might as well. We're at +1. And if all you're going to do is takedown is really not going to do an awful lot to us. Fortunately, we hurt ourselves in Confusion for the 2nd time in a row. This is twice when we've been swaggered. Ah, there we go. Snap out of Confusion. We're going to miss. Of course, we're going to miss the Iron Tail. And he's going to be able to swagger. But there we go. He misses his 2nd swagger. And we land the Iron Tail. We only have 5 more of these. Theoretically, he should land. As he goes for only a Super Potion. But there we go. We're now at +3. Interesting. We are confused. But we're going to see if we can. Goes for the Bite. That's going to do... It doesn't do a lot. Come on, come on. There we go. Land the Iron Tail. We're at +3. And Crobat goes down in one shot. Lairon putting in the finest of work. His final Pokemon is the Sharpedo. Wouldn't be surprised if we go down here to some sort of Water-type move. As it taunts us, actually. It's fine. Snapped out of Confusion. If we land this, that Sharpedo is so dead. Boom! Boom! Boom. Down goes the Sharpedo. Lairon solos Archie, thanks to being at +3, thanks to some ill-advised swaggering. I lost again. I commend you. I must recognize that you are truly gifted. But I have this in my possession. With this red orb, I can make Kyogre. The red orb began shining by itself. What? I didn't do anything. Why did the red orb? Where did Kyogre go? It's a message from our members outside. Yes, what is it? It's raining heavily? Good, that should have happened. That's why we awakened Kyogre. To realize Team Aqua's vision of expanding the sea. What? It's raining far harder than we envisioned? You're in danger? That can't be. That's just not possible. Hold your position and monitor the situation. There's something wrong. The red orb is supposed to awaken and control Kyogre. But why? Why did Kyogre disappear? Why? What have you wrought? You've finally awoken Kyogre, haven't you? What will happen to the world if this downpour continues for all eternity? The world's landmass will drown in the deepening sea. What are you saying? The red orb should let me control Kyogre. That can't be possible. We don't have the time to argue about it here. Get outside and see for yourself. See what you've wrought. See if what you've wrought is the world that you desired. Mark, come on, you have to get out of here too. And it's tipping down with rain. What? Sorry. What happened? What is this wretched scene? Did I make a horrible mistake? I only wanted... Do you understand now, Archie? Do you finally see how disastrous your dream turned out to be? We have to hurry. We have to do something before the situation goes completely out of control. Mark, we, Team Magma, have been pursuing Team Aqua to prevent this from happening. You have been very helpful, but I fear the worst has happened. It's gone too far for a child like you to manage. Leave things to us and get out of here while you still can. This defies belief. A super ancient Pokemon. Its power is unbelievable. It has upset the balance of nature. And there we go. Oh, Steven's going to arrive. Okay. Mark, what's happening? This is terrible. If this doesn't stop, all Hoenn. No, the whole world will drown. The huge rain cloud is spreading from above Zootopolis. What in the world is taking place there? There's no point arguing here. Zootopolis should provide answers. Mark, I don't know what you intend to do, but don't do anything reckless. Okay, I'm going to Zootopolis. And off he goes. Is that it? Here we go. Wow, so what an exciting end to this episode as we finally see the amazing Pokemon Kyogre has been awakened, and we're going to have to hurry over to Zootopolis in order to save the world from this ever-encroaching downpour. I will join you on the next episode when we'll do just that.